But let me just touch quickly on the Imaginal Plus side and what to expect. It is a new frontier in learning. We believe that hybrid education is something that is going to grow significantly over the next decades. And so it is currently it's going to be grades 8 to 10, but we're looking to add a year every year thereafter. And our goal is to offer a 7 to 12 programming for students, 6 years programming that they graduate with a high school diploma. And so registration has begun, but why do this? How does this fit the overall R&D vision of who we are? So often when I talk about transformation, I look at it from this process. A horse and buggy was rendered obsolete, arguably, by the automobile, but how did that happen? Well, the first step was that somebody created a prototype of an automobile. It happened to be Carl Benz, Mercedes-Benz, Carl Benz. And so this sits in a museum because prototypes are interesting, but they don't transform. They just inspire people. And then it was Henry Ford that created abilities to customize and make it affordable on a large-scale basis. So Imaginal Leader to prototype and to scale are necessary if we want to transform systems in this world. And so the same thing applies for education, is that Masters is the prototype. We get people coming here all the time from around the world. They get inspired, but inspiration doesn't transform. It just lifts people up. And so we've also developed tools and methods by which we can scale it and bring it to different parts of the world. And part of that includes our digital platform. And so is that it? Is Masters now, is this the final statement of educational future? Does R&D end now with Masters? The answer is no, it doesn't. And so if I slide Masters from the right as the prototype to the left as the system now that we want to transform, and if we bring in the Imaginal Plus School, and because both entities, the site-based school and the Imaginal Plus School, are both involved in research and development, the combination of the both is going to lead to a new model of education for Masters. So without too much detail information, our concept around Imaginal organizations are those who create obsolescence for themselves. All right, if we're in a competitive business, if I create obsolescence for myself, in other words, I come up with better tools, services, products, then I probably will be at the forefront of the industry. All right, if I don't, then somebody else will render me obsolete. And so the concept of obsolescence is created by Imaginal organizations. So how do you create obsolescence to a highly successful #1 ranked school in the province? You don't. And what you do is you actually start something new, which we're doing. It's a hybrid Imaginal school, and that something new will inform the existing school, and together we can create the future. And so hopefully you get it. If not, that's fine. And so our Imaginal Plus School is biblical Christian education, hybrid online, in-person learning. Part of the week they come here physically to this building, and most of the time it's hybrid online learning. And we have these aspects. I see my time is up, so let me try to get through this quickly. Part of the hybrid school is to ask the question, what is the value of a student to come to school? And we're saying the value is for them to come and collaborate with other students, to create. The value is not to sit in a humanities class, but you can learn remotely very nicely. The core subjects, you can learn that, but to come to school is to do things you cannot do at home. And that is the creative side. That is the collaborative side. And we're even considering that we might even offer a music program. Should there be a demand, we could do that after school. And so the concept of the Fab Lab is students not only engage with our Imaginal Design program, but they're going to fabricate. There's a lab. This is a video here of a Fab Lab.
And London is a place where you can make something. You can make anything. It's full of kits, it's full of equipment. Imagine, the shed in the back of your garden. You've got a milling machine, you may have a vise, a saw, some screwdrivers. Well, a fab lab is a little bit like that. Actually, you've got 3D printers, you've got laser cutters, you've got electronic computer-controlled cutting machines. All of this is used to make something.
And so that's part of the hybrid vision, is that student engagement at the school is going to be primarily at that creative level. And for that, we're going to expand our school, add some new spaces to it. It's going to look something like this, as you can see on the screen. And we hope to break ground hopefully in the fall as we get through all the building and development permits. So with that, I conclude, and I'm going to turn it over to Marcy.